All right, video number 2. All right. So first video was an introduction. Let me sit up. Was an introduction about me and the type of vlog that I'm doing. This vlog is about um, it's about surviving domestic and alcohol abuse and basically those kinds of situations. So I kind of gave you a general overview about who I was the first video. The second one, well, I guess we'll go straight like into the beginning, I suppose. Where where all this started, the beginning of my story, and maybe you could compare, or maybe yours is a little different. Maybe it's exactly the same. Who knows? But so I started on this journey first as a young kid, moved around a lot, but earliest memories that I can think of were like of my mom should be like picking up my dad up off the ground from him being drunk. And then sometimes cops getting involved, or I would hear them arguing. He'd be all drunk as hell, yelling at her, telling us to wake up, and she'd be like, "Don't bring up the kids, don't say anything." And fights and police. And then he'd be gone, and then he'd come back, or we'd be gone, like on road trips. I thought they were fun vacations, but it was like breaks from my parents. So, started out that way, crying. I'd be crying for my dad. Like, why is he like this? Why is he going to jail? Why is mom crying? Why did this happen? Just wondering why. Like, why is he acting this way? Just everything I could wonder. Why? And just why wouldn't he come back? Why wouldn't he? So then that happened until I was about maybe 8, 9. Yeah, around that time. And then, because we moved from the city on back down to the reservation. And then he stopped all of a sudden. I didn't have to worry about that. And it stopped for a good majority of my childhood and teen years. Up until, and it was pretty nice up until about, maybe I was 12, 13. My mom started to catch him in like acts of infidelity. One time, she got a call on her phone, and it was the children of the woman that my dad was cheating on my mom with. The children called my mother's phone and asked where their mother was, and that guy who took her out needed to bring her back because they were hungry and they had no food or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I was there when it happened. I remember her. She was folding laundry and just doing her daily routines. And then she got this call, and then she was talking to them, and I watched her, and she put the phone down. And then her face, everything about her was different. I don't know what to call that. A calm, waiting for him to come back, because she kept folding the laundry, but all of her movements were direct and like probably full of anger. So I don't know what to call it. What do you call it? Like a calm feeling or anger? Just a mix of emotions. So then, my father comes back and she confronts him, and they fight, and she leaves and leaves us with our father. And our father was a strict man, but he was a kind man, but he was very strict. So he left us with her. She left us with him, and he I guess he didn't really know how to interact with us. He didn't know what to do because they just fought, and she left. And she left for a while, and then she came back, got the keys, got all of us all ready, and we moved into my aunt's house and lived with her for a while. Moved around for a while, and then I guess they finally made up and got back together, and it was rocky, to say the least, because she didn't trust him. Yeah, she did not trust him. And then he started to not trust her, and I could see it. The accusations, accusations of cheating, of doing stuff that he was, how they say that cheaters accuse you of cheating, or they accuse you of whatever action that they are secretly doing. So after a while, it was like that, and then my mom finally decided to just finally end it and divorce him. It was actually on Easter. We were celebrating Easter, and my father comes back after being gone for like 3 days. He comes back freaking drunk out of his mind with a friend, and he had hickeys all over his neck. And my mom threw him out of the house. I remember she pushed him, grabbed him by the shirt, and shoved him off of the porch. And he fell on the ground. He fell and skid, and he left. And it was the final time. And all of us were dealing with our own ways. Some were crying. I remember I was angry. I was just pissed off. My sisters were distraught. My little brothers were too young to understand. My big brother no one could reach him. So, and then that was the start of the big change. After that, my mom, my mom decided that she wanted to go out and have fun. She wanted to do stuff. So, because she was faithful to him for 21 years of her life. So she started getting into alcohol as well, smoking cigarettes, leaving at times. My sisters, they were already off doing their thing. Teenagers do. Me, stuck in the middle, a tween, 12, 13. My little brothers, just not knowing how to understand or process all of it. So then that's when it started, I found my father's pill cabinet. My father was a veteran in the Army, and he had a chronic pain from an injury, so he had a lot of good pills that I found, because I didn't know what else to do. I know I didn't want alcohol, but I didn't know what else to do. Everyone else was coping in their own ways, and I didn't know what to do, so I tried it. And I just didn't know what the purpose was, to get away from the pain or to numb it or what. But I mean, I didn't know. Only 13. This is what everyone else is doing, so why don't I do it? And then, the cutting, self-harm started. And I realized how that worked. And it was like everything in my life was such a mess, such a blur, that I felt like the cutting and the pain was the only thing I could control. That was within my power. And it felt good. I felt the cut. I felt seeing the blood. It didn't hurt like it was supposed to. It just felt good. So I did that for a little while, and I don't know, talked myself out of it. And then after my mom moved us to the city off of the reservation, it got even tougher because, she was still trying to find herself after everything, trying to find herself. And my sisters were totally gone, and it was just me and my brothers. And I tried to keep some kind of semblance of a family together. Read them books. Like, did fun stuff with them. Got them up and out of bed every morning. Got them to take showers, change their clothes, put them to bed. Just some kind of normalcy. And then, I don't know, my mom and I had a falling out. And